Good morning and welcome to KidNuz. I'm Tori. It's Tuesday, April 27th, 2021. And we begin with a chance to become an Olympic athlete from your couch. The International Olympic Committee just announced it's launching the Olympic Virtual Series with competition in 5 different sports: baseball, cycling, rowing, sailing, and motorsports. This move will help reach more young people by getting esports and gaming enthusiasts involved. The IOC's president, Thomas Bach, said the Olympics wants to prioritize inclusivity and allow participants around the world to compete from home or their training facilities. The virtual games will begin May 13th and run until June 23rd, a month before the official Olympics start in Japan. More information on how people can join in and win prizes will be announced soon. Some exciting winners at the Oscars. Best Animated Feature went to Soul, marking the 11th time a Disney Pixar project has won the category. My Octopus Teacher from Netflix won Best Documentary. And Chloe Zhao became the first woman of color to win Best Director for Nomadland, which also won Best Picture. In her acceptance speech, Ms. Zhao mentioned a key moment from her childhood in China, where she and her dad would play word games, memorizing poetry. One line really stuck with her: "People at birth are inherently good." And she told the crowd, "Even though it might sometimes seem like the opposite is true, I have always found goodness in the people I've met everywhere in the world." KidNuz mentioned yesterday that a new crew arrived at the International Space Station over the weekend. One of them is Frenchman Thomas Pesquet, and with his home country's reputation for fine cuisine, several Michelin-starred chefs, along with a physical chemistry professor, have come up with some tasty dishes for him. The out-of-this-world menu includes lobster, beef bourguignon, and almond tarts with caramelized pears. There'll be enough to share with other astronauts on board, and these fancy dishes will be for special occasions like birthdays, not everyday dining. But space food has come a long way from the tubes of pureed beef and applesauce that were provided in the early 1960s. English football, known as soccer in the U.S., is calling a big foul on social media. All the organizations involved in the super popular sport have agreed to stay off social media platforms for 3.5 days to protest the way players, and many connected to the game, are treated online. The boycott begins this Friday afternoon and will end early Monday morning. It's hoped this move will encourage social media companies to do more to give online abuse the boot and educate people about the importance of fighting discrimination. In other KidNuz notes, the U.S. has announced that once approved by the FDA, it will share as many as 60 million doses of the AstraZeneca vaccine with other countries. Even before that happens, much-needed supplies are on their way to India, where there's been a huge surge in COVID cases. Those items will include raw materials to make their own vaccines, plus rapid test kits, ventilators, and personal protective gear. The title of busiest airport in the world has a new winner. After 22 years at the top, Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson Airport has fallen to number 2. The new number 1 for 2020 is Guangzhou in China. This change isn't surprising, with COVID forcing a big decline in international travel. And Tiger Woods is back on the green, but not to play. He posted a photo of himself propped up on crutches beside his dog on his under-construction personal 3-hole golf course in Florida. He captioned the picture, "My course is coming along faster than I am, but it's nice to have a faithful rehab partner, man's best friend." That's it for KidNuz. We are so grateful for all our generous donors who help make this the only daily podcast of news just for kids possible. If you'd like to join our team and make a donation that's tax-deductible through our fiscal sponsor, Independent Arts and Media, just go to our website, www.kidnuz.org. Now, our KidNuz quiz. What new experience is being launched by the Olympics? Virtual competitions in 5 sports. How did Chloe Zhao make history at the Oscars? She's the first woman of color to win Best Director. What is English football boycotting this weekend? Social media. Where will the U.S. be sending some much-needed supplies to fight a surge in COVID cases? India. In one for the road. It may not exactly be the Christmas season, but one Louisiana man just helped make the Christmas wishes of 2 Kansas girls come true. Alvin Bamburg found a balloon tangled in a tree in late December with a note attached to it. It was a holiday wish list that 2 sisters had released into the sky from their home in Kansas. The girls had asked for candy, a frozen doll, and a puppy. After a post on Facebook connected the families, Alvin and his wife drove over 600 miles bearing gifts, and yes, with their parents' permission, the gifts included a little dachshund puppy. Before we go, we want to give a big KidNuz shout out to some of our terrific teachers, including Mrs. Riley teaching her awesome class in person at PS 191 in Floral Park, New York. Dr. Knight and his innovators who believe in the power of yet at Davis in Marietta, Georgia. Mrs. Munson, who is so proud of her hardworking creative stars at Nashua Elementary in Kansas City, Missouri. Ms. Kane, who is also proud of all her students at Academia Antonio Alonso in Wilmington, Delaware. And Mrs. CC at William Walker, Go Green and Blue Wildcats in Beaverton, Oregon. Thanks everyone for listening. We hope you tune in for more KidNuz tomorrow morning.